Let's be real, you're also curious about the salary. Yeah, salary is very, very important. That's why we're all looking for jobs. Of course, not the main thing, but we need money. So in this video, I'm going to explain in detail what you should expect. Believe me, Japan has an extraordinary salary structure, which in my opinion, I have never seen or heard in any other country around the world. If somebody knows any other country that has this structure, at the end of the video, please let me know. I will be very, very curious to read about that. Okay, let me dive directly into the point. In Japan, salaries are paid in two ways. They are paid in flat rates or variable rates. You're going to ask, what are those words? This sound a little complicated. Yeah, it was complicated for me too. When I say in these two ways, is because on the job website, they will include a range. For most, if not all of the companies, you will see 210,000 yen to 240,000, or some companies will talk about the entire annual salary, 2.5 million or 3 million. So it's just a bit complex to know how much you're going to be getting for each month. Now let me start with flat rate salaries. Flat rate salaries is when the company does their analysis and they decide that, okay, you deserve to get 230,000, and they pay that amount for your entire contract duration. I need to drop in here. In Japan, schools normally start in April every year. So recruitment is typically done before April, March latest, and schools end at the end or the middle of March the next year, sorry. So if you're recruited, you will be paid for that period if you have a flat contract. I know that our tier company actually has that system where they pay for all the year. Sarah, so what do you mean? The others are different? Absolutely, they are different because they use the variable pay structure. What is that? It actually means the companies choose to pay you for some months, and other months you will not have payment. What are you really talking about? You're now confused, right? I'll explain that. In summer holidays, you're not paid. As long as you're not working, you don't have any salary. And also for the winter holiday in December, no pay. In other words, you are paid based on the hours you work. But I have to also be a little specific about the variable pay because some companies are also different. I heard that for RCS and Borderlink, for example, they will pay you the exact amount that they agreed on, so 230,000. And if you don't work for 5 days in August, for example, because July, August is the summer holiday, they would deduct based on just those number of days that you didn't work. Whereas companies like Hart Corporation and some other companies will pay based on the hours. So if you're working 5 hours, they will pay you a certain amount for each hour, and that means also that your salary is not going to be within the range of 250 or no, it will be based on the number of hours that you worked. I need to drop this part here because for me it was one of the biggest culture shocks. In Japan, if you are absent for medical reasons or other reasons, your salary will be deducted for that time or days. Yes, the government has given all companies the legal procedure to give workers 10 days of paid leave. I use the word paid because you can go out of work and still get paid, but you only qualify for these 10 days only after you have worked for more than 6 months. So the first few 6 months of your contract, if you don't want to work or you feel sick, or just know that any day you don't go to school, your salary will be deducted for that day or hours that you missed. But later, after 6 months, then you can submit an application. You have to apply for leave and explain to the company why you would not be able to go to work. They will need to evaluate the reasons, and then they will give you permission. That's the only condition that you can have. And if you exhaust your 10 days, you cannot get more. That's all for the year. Any other day you're absent, you lose money. All right, let me check here. So take note of that. Spring, winter, all the major holidays, you do not get your full salary. That actually means money management is capital in Japan, as in extremely paramount. If you don't know how to save and plan in advance, you will be broke and stressed. Now, let me talk a little bit more about, I need to check bonuses. Bonuses are available for some companies. Lots of companies do not offer any bonus. No matter how many years you work with them, you will not get any extra. Hey, that's the Japanese style. So some companies provide benefits if you study the Japanese language and have a good score. So they let you have the possibility to write the exams, and you can show them your results. Of course, the Japanese exam is not easy. Which exam is easy anyways? Nothing is easy, but get ready to show them your results. I heard about Altia company that they give bonuses if you do well. So it means that's an extra motivation. But for all the other companies, I don't know of any extra bonuses. My companies were very clear, no bonus. Nothing. No matter how well you perform, nothing. All right, one more thing that I need to mention, and I need to look at this, is some people can work privately. Let me not say some. You can, if you get the job, you can work privately. What is privately? It means you can do a part-time job, excluding the job at the public school. The Japanese legal system is when they issue you the instructor visa. If you come as a teacher, you get the instructor visa. This visa is strictly solely for you teaching at public schools. Of course, you can also teach in international schools, I guess, but the condition is very clear. You cannot do any other part-time job like work in a restaurant or cleaning or all the other. No, anything outside education with your instructor visa, you cannot do it. But if you choose to work in an Eikaiwa, what is an Eikaiwa, Sarah? This is a private English language school. They typically have lessons in the afternoon, evening hours because it's not a government institution. So some people work with them in the evenings or in the morning. Of course, it depends on your school schedule. So it's okay, it's acceptable by the government for you to do those part-time work in the evening. However, you need to take permission from the immigration. They have a special letter that they have to authorize you, and your company needs to confirm that first, that your time will not be obstructed to do your official schoolwork at the public school. And the Eikaiwa, the private company, will also insist to see that authorization before they employ you. So working by the side, I hear people still do it. Of course, everywhere there are crazy people. But it is risky because if you are caught, you lose the job and you might also put your instructor visa at risk. However, I think it's a good thing that the Japanese government allows teachers to be able to have that possibility to work anywhere that they would want to, like public school and private schools. But you need to get the permission first. Even if you want to teach online, you're going to ask me, Sarah, can I teach online? Yes, you can teach online, but you need the permission. And there is also a limit for how many hours you can do that. The worst part, I'll use the word worst because nobody likes this part, is you will have to pay taxes for that private work. The company pays for your taxes from your salary for the public school. But if you work privately, you will have to file your own taxes by yourself. And don't ask me how the process is. I honestly avoided trying to do that because I don't even know how I will have to calculate that. Some people, of course, hire tax experts to help them calculate, but be rest assured, if you do it secretly and they find out, you will be penalized. I hear people have had to pay fines, and sometimes foreigners have been deported, sent out of Japan for doing illegal work. In that case, they consider it illegal, even though it's still teaching, but it's not under your visa conditions. All right, I think I've said all about the salary for now, but I need to add one more thing, that every time you see a job advertisement and they say 230,000, you are not going to receive 230,000 in your bank account at the end of the month. Why? Because they have to deduct the health insurance, they have to deduct the income insurance, they have to deduct pension, they have to remove social insurance and your taxes. So even if they tell you you were employed and you get 230 as your salary, you might be receiving around 195,000 at the end of the month, after all of those deductions have been done. What you see on the job advert is not what you get. That's the point of all of what I've just said. So be aware. And all of these deductions are not the company doing anything illegal. That is the Japanese procedure. It's obligatory for them and you. So if you want to work and get all of your money, Japan is not the place for you. All right, leave me any questions in the comment section and I'll be very willing to answer. But you're going to ask, so does that mean I can survive with that money? That depends on your expenses. I cannot tell you how you would be able to cope around, but I know for a fact that if you manage your money properly, life will be good. So far for me, life has been good, but saving is challenging because food, the apartments, and transportation, almost everything is expensive. In the next video, I'm going to tell you about transportation. This part is extremely important. You need to know about it before you buy the flight ticket.